Your Sirius Step of the Day is sponsored by Soulmark.me. Watch, shop, learn.
Namaste, my friends. Welcome to Step 12. Notice that little sass in my voice? That's because Step 12 is pretty hot. It's ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter is a fascinating multiplier. We talked about how 10 was abundant and how 10 was a basis to all blocks of manifestation. 10 is a block. But when you want to talk about multiplication, the magic number is 3. 3 is a magic number. You multiply it by 3, and now you're really cooking, aren't you? You get 3 people in the room, it's not just a couple, it's a bit of a party, it's the start. 3 is always that breaking point out of the comfort of 2. But we're talking about 12, Chris. Well, this is what astro-numerology is about and the steps. Because once we have more than one number, we have to always look at the compound and the individual build of the step. So we talked about this with step 10 is a 1 and a 0, step 11 is a 1 and a 1, and of course step 12 is a 1 and a 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. So when I Love Leo gets together with a Cancer, 2, you make a Sag. That's what the astrology is saying. You make a Sag. And this is what's so fascinating to me, because you have to understand that the color spectrum is the same spectrum as astro-numerology. The planet spectrum from Pisces to Aries is the same spectrum. The spectrum of the crown chakra down to the root chakra, same spectrum. The spectrum of purple to red, same spectrum. The spectrum of high notes to low notes in music, same astro-numerological spectrum. So when you add 2 notes, you get a third note. When you add 2 colors, you get a third color. When you add 2 astrology signs, you get a third sign. And astro-numerology tells us exactly what that is. It's fascinating to me. So what makes a Sag? Let's think about a Sag. Sages are happy, they're easy to connect to, they're easy to get along with, they're super like people, right? And that to me sounds like a Leo having sex with a Cancer, right? You have a Cancer parent and a Leo parent, you're going to have a very happy Sag. If you have the happy Leo and you have the well-comforted Cancer there. So today is also the addition in the sense that because today is step 12, Jupiter rules the day. And so 12 actually tells you more of the complicated parts of Jupiter. Jupiter, this big gas planet, serves as many things. It's complicated. First of all, it's got the 10 in it. It's got the Taurus. It's got the manifestation. 10 is the base of 12. And you have to, yes, add all the numbers. So once you get to 10, you have all the states of awareness plus what? Plus something dominating it, something ruling it. So really, Jupiter is ruling 10. In fact, everything after 10 is some planet ruling 10, some planet ruling Taurus, some planet ruling manifestation and, right? And this is how we build on consciousness. We say, God, take my manifestation power and add some salt. God, take my manifestation power and add some Jupiter. And that's what we're saying today. God, universe, take my manifestation power, loving and trusting and still and add this. Now, what is Jupiter? Well, Jupiter is, in the end, because of a 3, if you just think about the astro-numerology, once you throw a 3 onto something, you leave an open end, don't you? It's like, it's looking for a 4, it's looking for a 6. It's not quite complete at 3. It's the incompleteness of 3 that leads to its multiplicity. If you have 3 and everyone needs a couple, now you have 6. Now everyone needs a kid, now you have 9. Now if every couple and parent has a kid and they have a kid, look at that. Right? It multiplies pretty quickly. So what Jupiter is really about is ignorance. What? Yes, it's about ignorance. Because once God throws that 1/3 weird something, well, blump. Once you add one little weird limb, once you go this way or one step that way, now you've opened up a door, haven't you? A whole new path. And that's what exactly Jupiter represents in consciousness, the expansion of consciousness. Here's what's also cool about Jupiter, really cool. Jupiter and Sagittarius are the same state of awareness. Sagittarius is actually the 100 billion stars that way. But there's something else 100 billion stars that way also. There is the galactic center, which is the birth canal of the universe. We all blew out of the galactic center. That's where the Big Bang came from. So we're all like, we came and we blew out of that center, which makes us all naturally think there must be something important about that spot. It's also the spot that everything is rotating around. So it's a really big, important center. And the galactic Mayan shift was that our own alignment lined up with that on the first day. And so, boom, it is like we've realigned with, in that moment, the galactic center, which is where Sagittarius' constellation is. So Jupiter is expansion. We've been expanding since we exploded out of that center, and we keep expanding. And not only are we expanding, but we are accelerating. So it's like after the Big Bang, everything is hitting the gas faster and faster and faster. Not just still like, slowing down from the Big Bang, but speeding up. Because nothing's holding it back, of course. In a state of free will, all we do is expand. In a state of free will creation, all there is to do is expand. Right? Not contract, really. Not when you're developing. So step 12 is about, where are you unwilling to expand? Where are you unwilling to undo the belt buckle and let that tummy out? Let out who you really are. Jupiter is big. It needs space. Thank God it does, because it protects the Earth from so much stuff. The entire solar system is here for life on Earth. And from what I understand, it takes an entire solar system to create life on a planet like this. Our scientists are naive that one planet can do it. All these planets are our brothers and sisters. They're all regulating the crazy spiritual forces necessary to simulate reality lifetime after lifetime. It's quite an orchestra. Jupiter is a wonderful instrument that basically adds our two things. One, it adds our collective conscious. Kind of weird, but it's true. Because if you think about it, everyone's a star. Everyone has a Mercury floating around them. Everyone has a Venus floating around them. Everyone has an Earth, their reality, Mars, their ego. Then you have asteroid belt and Jupiter, right? And what is Jupiter? Jupiter technically is the big fat Buddha belly that rubs bellies with all the other solar systems. And that's what the collective conscious is. By the time we get to Jupiter, we are rubbing bellies with everyone else out there. Jupiter is our belly to the outer world, our Buddha belly to the outer solar systems. And so we rub bellies. And when the bellies go together, we are like in the same religion and at the same, we say we collectively, we agree. And so Jupiter represents where you find that thing outside of yourself, the third thing between the two stars of yesterday, Virgo. Now we're going to find the third, the baby, the idea, the investor. We're going to find that. How do we find it? We have to open up outside of ourselves and look. We have to open up outside of our own skepticism. We have to open up doors. If something's in your life, if you've manifested it in your life, there's a reason. So open up, look. Why are you here? Who are you? What is this about? There is nothing that is random. There is nothing that is accidental. And very often it's behind that person and behind that person that what you're looking for is right there. Really, within 6 steps is what you're looking for always. So we want to decode and see where it is. So today is about opening up. Now let's look at the astro-numerology of it in its essence. It's a 1, Leo, plus a Cancer, 2. So it's kind of emotional, as Sagittarius are. They're very passionate, very emotional, right? And so you're holding your love for yourself, the 1, and you're holding your emotional field clean, the 2. And that's the thing, a clean emotional field? Well, if you want to manifest cleanly, you have to have it clean, which means you leave your baggage at the door, you leave your crap at home, you leave it all behind, you wring it all out, get a massage, whatever it takes to wring out your emotional field, drink a lot of clean water, and go out into the world open emotionally. When you are emotionally open, you will be able to connect to other people, and you'll be able to, feel around their weirdness, feel around the awkwardness of the newness, because Jupiter brings in something new. It brings in a Buddha belly we haven't felt before. And it's like, oh, who are you? What do you stand for? Oh, I'm trying to manifest that. You build gas stations? Wow. I'm looking to build a gas station. My goodness. And what a belly you have, sir. You must be doing deep breathing very well. So today, put your Buddha belly out there. See what it jiggles with. See who you meet. Stay open-minded. Stay optimistic. Enjoy your day. The last thing that's Jupiter is joy. Serious, gigantic joy. In fact, it's so much fun on Jupiter, there's a party, a red spot going on all the time, 24/7, a party on Jupiter. And that party, by the way, is the size of Earth. Earth is the size of that party. In fact, I wonder if that red storm maybe is Earth. Maybe it is Jupiter dealing with us. Or this is this ego-based red storm. Possible. Definitely root chakra if it's red. Definitely step 9 if it's red. Well, my friends, have a good time out there partying Jupiter, and it's 60 moons, and I will be back in 24 hours. Until then, live, love, be.
Who cares?